So before we do anything else, the first thing we're going to do is to increase the size of this font so that it's more viewable on YouTube. That should be a bit better. As we discussed in the previous video, we've now got these variables number 1, number 2 and total, and we can use these variables to store any data that we want in our computer's memory. Now at the moment, number 1, number 2, they don't really mean anything, but what if we change these to make more sense? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy everything and I'm going to start a new project. And all I'm going to do is click on finish. We're not going to change any of the defaults. And we're just going to create a new class called main. We're going to paste everything back across. So if we run this now, we close the old version. This should work fine. So 13, yes. So what we can do now is we can change these to be something more realistic. So for example, we could change it to represent the number of views someone's had on a video on YouTube. So you could say that this was called views by John and views by Amy. And remember that we'll also need to copy and paste the names across to everywhere else in our project where we've used these names. So this now says that John has viewed the video 6 times while Amy has viewed the video 7. You can also change this to total views. So now we get some idea of how we can use variables. It's just to sort any significant piece of information. Something else that we can use them for is to contain pieces of text. And when we're using strings, we'll discuss this more in the next section. But when we're using strings, we put the text inside speech marks. And now when we output our message, we're going to get total views 13. So that will help explain what our number is. Before that we just had a number, it didn't mean anything. But now we know that this number is the total views.